And we're back. CSP Wolfpack versus Cat Little Valley Timberwolves, 32-6 at the end of the first half. We got about a minute and a half left here in the first half time, and then they bring them back out for another couple minutes worth of warm-ups. So it's kind of a two-step process for this halftime anymore. Yeah, once again, one of the changes. I don't know where that came from, but that's what we're doing.
Well, it always fakes me out because why not just have an extra 3 minutes in halftime and just put up the time that you're going to put up. But yeah, we see the clock wind down, and again, CSP ahead 32-6 here. It's been a lot of Wolfpack and not much Cat Little Valley. Very dominating effort on the part of the Wolfpack, so we're certainly tickled for the whole crew, tickled for Coach Harper, and tickled for Coach Payne. You know, the offensive line, I think, has done a tremendous job. And we'll get a list. Every time I go off last week's list, I've been wrong. So I have retired that list. But the linemen have done a tremendous job and don't get enough credit, which is the nature of football at every level. But certainly been impressed by the balance of the Wolfpack team. You know, running the ball, passing the ball, multiple receivers, multiple kids have touchdowns. So kind of sharing the wealth, and couldn't be much better script for the Wolfpack to follow.
Yeah, you know, we kind of talked about that in the pregame that last week, you know, multiple different offensive players and defenders, actually, both sides of the ball. You know, there's just not that one shining star. We got a bunch of really good athletes, though. And, you know, just like football, everybody does just do your part, and that seems to be what's happening tonight.
Well, we want to thank Lictus Oil and Propane. Funding for this Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream broadcast comes in part from Lictus Oil and Propane in Clymer. Family owned, Lictus Oil and Propane continues to supply liquids and fluids for agriculture, industry, and homeowners. Heating oil and propane services and off and on diesel fuel services are also offered. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Lictus Oil and Propane for their continued support. We also want to thank Mosier's Carpeting. Support for the Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream coverage of CSP football is provided by Mosier's Carpeting and Floor Covering. Mosier's installs carpeting, vinyl, laminate flooring, as well as tile. Mosier's Main Street in Clymer. Also, we want to thank Crouches in Panama. 2 East Main Street underwrites the Corry Federal Credit Union coverage of CSP football on Channel 98.9. Crouches offers automotive service, state inspection, and used cars too. We thank Crouches Garage for their continued support of CSP football. Well, Wilbur, do you expect anything different here in the second half? You know, certainly liberal substitutions would be indicated. I'd be in favor of finding a second-string snapper for an extra point to keep Roth off the field. But, again, Coach Harper's a lot smarter than I am.
Yeah, you know, I'm assuming they have one of those. That's just not one of those positions that you get a lot of guys probably that practice that. But, you know, you do what you do, and so we'll see. But I would agree. This looks like, you know, we'll probably have the starters out here for the first series and see how things go. And I got to assume that we're going to start to see some of the second string, and, you know, rightfully so. Those guys practice hard all week and deserve to get into the game. So.
This is just so comical. Right in front of us, they're practicing the shotgun snap, and 3 times in a row, the Cat Little Valley center snapped the ball over the quarterback's head.
Oh, is that right? I wasn't. Right. I saw you pointing and laughing, and I wasn't sure what you were pointing and laughing at.
You know, and it certainly happened during the game, so it would be a good thing to practice and see how they do this time.
Their quarterback is certainly mobile and nimble enough.
They got that one.
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
They got that one. But now they're getting some confidence. Now we got a coach over here giving them instructions on how to do this. But I got to believe that he's a few yards further back than that in typical shotgun formation as well. But I don't know if it's the same center or a different guy. But I bet this is the second string guy they're going to go to because they didn't have a lot of success with the first string guy.
Well, he's going to get their shot because we got the ball to start the half or start the game. So I got to think that it's going to be their turn to get the ball to start the second half, I believe, correct?
You're a lot smarter than me, so I defer to your wisdom, but certainly you got me convinced.
And I'm convinced those hot dogs smell pretty good over there at that halfway hut. So
where's Bryn when you need it?
Yeah,
she can
exactly.
Get us some
here.
hot dogs, absolutely.
We're up here amongst the clouds and no food.
Funding for this Corry Federal Credit Union coverage of CSP football is provided in part by First Place Auto Glass of Jamestown. Owner Glass Tech Robert Leonard from Panama installs automotive glass and works with all major insurance companies. We thank First Place Auto Glass, 716-450-0847 or on Facebook. We also want to thank Krager Racing Engines. This Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream broadcast is supported in part by Krager Racing Engines and Mike's Machine in Clymer. Krager Racing Engines provides performance machining and assembly for race teams nationwide. Best wishes to the Wolfpack from Krager Racing Engines. And as always, Wilbur, you're right. CSP is going to be kicking off. The left-footed Bryce Hinsdale, number 1, has the honors, and obviously Cat Little Valley will be receiving to start the second half.
So we're going to be kicking off from left to right here, and we'll see what the second half brings here, Doctor.
Well, I think more of the same. Yeah, we have a nice kick down to the 20-yard line, fielded on flight by Cat Little Valley. Return for a short gain on the play. It's going to be...
Thanks for listening to this broadcast of CSP Wolfpack.
Sorry.
I hear things on occasion, but I didn't think I was supposed to hear that.
Well, when you drop the roster on the keyboard for the computer and you grab it when your fingers are a little chilly, that's what happens. You start the video when you're not supposed to.
And that was you, not me.
That was me.
Okay, okay, 1st and 10, Cat Little Valley from the Cat Little Valley 35-yard line. First play of the second half. Halderman operating on a shotgun. Double wides, man in motion, little inside handoff, counter play. Yeah, nice gain on the play.
Yeah, once again, they're running to that right side like we've seen them do in the first half. And Lucas Losandro comes out of his linebacker position and makes the stop there for the Wolfpack.
Well, kind of a spread out formation, trying to spread out our defense and create some openings or some seams. Fairly effective. It's a solid 4-yard gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 6, Cat Little Valley. Plays coming in from the sideline. I have never liked this. The quarterback runs about 50 30-yard sprints back and forth with the play. I'd be way more in favor of having a position player do that. But, what do I know? Out of the shotgun. Halderman again. Counter play. That's going nowhere. We have a big stop on the play. Yeah, if we can get that number. Nope, just multiple guys in our way, but that was a nice solo tackle by the CSP
I think
defender.
that was John Watson, number 54, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, and maybe we can get some of the, got to be some different numbers that are going to be sprinkled in here, but I see, looks like most of the starters are out here to start the second half.
Actually, that was 57, Justin Massing. That was my fault.
Okay.
54 and 57 kind of look alike from up here at this vantage point, but that was Justin for sure.
Right. Well, and some of them roll up their jerseys, too, which makes the numbers hard to discern. But it's a 5-yard loss on the play, 4-yard loss on the play. 3rd and 10, Cat Little Valley drops back to pass. Over the middle, it is wide open. Another one of those shifty little receivers. A really well-designed play. The quarterback looked to the outside to the left, and then he moved his eyes back to the middle and made a fine pass and a fine reception on the play. And the quarterback got hit, and we have an injury timeout on the field for Cat Little Valley.
Yeah, one of their... I believe that's one of the running backs. He's up and mobile now, and he's making his way off to the sideline before the coach even got to him. I think just kind of tweaked the ankle, it looks like. But it doesn't look like anything too serious here at this point. But
well, he got the official's attention right away, and the official says, oh, we're going to have an injured player here. And
I think he's got to come out for a play, but then looks like he's going to be able to get back in the game here at some point.
Yeah, on a night like tonight, it might even have been a cramp, too. They kind of grab you like all get out. And I do think they have like an NFL injury tent here. This is pretty cool, really. They have like everything, a facility you would want. So
kudos to the school district for, and it's not just the football and track complex. They got turf on their soccer fields, and I believe they got turf on their baseball field back there.
True and true.
They
true.
They do a nice job with their athletics over here.
Well, that popcorn smells good too.
See?
Yeah. Okay, first and 10, Cat Little Valley, operating out of the shotgun, man in motion to the far sideline. Something is awry here. There's an offsides or somebody jumped.
A little false start. Yep.
Going to be a 5-yard penalty on Cat Little Valley. They have enough trouble moving the ball as it is without, getting the penalty bug as well. We also want to thank Leisure Time. Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is being made possible with funding from Leisure Time Power Sports of Corry. For over 50 years, Leisure Time has offered motorcycles, dirt bikes, side-by-side, snowmobiles, and agricultural equipment. We thank Leisure Time Power Sports in Corry and Bradford for their support. Operating out of the shotgun, Cat Little Valley fakes, and he is succumbed and overcome by a plethora of Wolfpack defenders. He had no place to go.
Yeah, Lucas Lysandro is going to get the credit for the sack on that, but that was really a defensive tackle problem. Justin Massing and I believe it was Kyle Ryan were just strong up the middle and just made a heck of a nice, just to collapse the pocket and allowed Lucas to come in and clean it up.
Well, it was a slow developing play. There was a fake or two involved, and the two big Wolfpack defenders had none of it and just bowled over the blocker in front of them, and the quarterback had no place to go. So Halderman, second and 16 at least. There's a high snap, and we have a center screen pretty well set up. The pass is complete. Gets a block, gets 2 blocks. He's on his way for a first down. It's going to be close to the first down if he doesn't have it. Good 18-yard gain on the play. Very well set up by an aggressive Wolfpack defense, and screen was a great call.
I'll tell you what, Doc, this Cat Little Valley offense, they show some signs from time to time. I really like their backs and receivers. They're fast.
Shifty little buggers.
Yes, they are.
Yep, shifty little buggers.
And the coaching staff's done a nice job of trying to, weave some different style plays, but those screens, especially the center screen, just continue to catch us off guard.
Yeah, that was terrific because, we're getting aggressive and the kids want to get a sack, and that was just a perfect play call against the defense that we had. Continuing to operate out of the shotgun, Halderman gets a decent snap. He's under pressure, and he's sacked again. Looks like we have
Lucas Lysandro.
These kids had a great game. Holy cow. Just picking the right linebacker to blitz confuses the Wolfpack, confuses the offensive blocking scheme, and just can't say enough about the Wolfpack defense. Bend but not break.
Yeah, and they did have a 6-point score on them earlier this evening, but for the most part, this offense has just not been able to gain a lot of traction. They've had a few big plays here and there, but pretty stout defense. That's for sure, and they're going to try a little different look here under center. Runs into his own running back. Confusion in the backfield. It looked like a little rollout pass of some sort. We have 3 or 4 receivers downfield, so it had to be a pass play. And the quarterback ran into his own tailback, who was probably going out to try to block the defensive end or a linebacker, but no place to go. Bad collision. It's going to be 3rd and 20. So 6:46 here left in the third quarter, 32-6, CSP over the Cat Little Valley Timberwolves. And the clock is running. What do you have in your playbook for 3rd and 20 from your own 49-yard line? Well, we'll find out. We will find out. A little almost intercepted by the one and only Lucas Lysandro. The kid's been all over the field. Yes, he has. He's really having a big night here.
Uteg's Body Shop in Corry is helping bring you this production of CSP Football on the Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream. Along with collision repair and refinishing, Uteg's offers frame straightening services. 633 East Smith Street in Corry, Uteg's Body Shop. Cat Little Valley drops back to punt. Good snap. We're thankful for that. Good kick. Fielded by the Wolfpack. Return right up the middle. That's Bryce Hinsdale. 5, 10, 15, 20. He's out to the 50-yard line. What a fine return from Bryce Hinsdale. Having a great game on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, that was once again a heck of a nice punt return by Bryce. Started up the middle, kind of worked his way to the left side and then back again. And just evading defenders all over the place. He and Trent Burchanowski have similar type moves, and they can get those defenders going one way and then make the cut quick and get it back going the other way.
Yeah, it's just a fine return, and it was a good punt, but, that was probably the lowest line drive, which is always more returnable than the high floaters. So it gave Bryce a chance to make field the punt and get under motion before the defenders got there, and it was just a terrific return on the play. 1st and 10 CSP from the Cat Little Valley 49-yard line. 6:07 to go here in the third quarter. CSP 32, Cat Little Valley 6. Under center, Olson still is the quarterback. Hands off over right tackle, and we're going to have a touchdown here. The 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. It's touchdown. Who else but Trent Burchanowski? His 3rd touchdown on the evening.
Just a huge hole opened up on the right side by that CSP offensive line, and Trent just took the handoff from Curtis Olson, and it was pretty much just straight right up the middle of the run. And I don't think anybody even got a fingernail on him up through there.
49-yard touchdown run for Trent Burchanowski. I wonder if he'd like to score a touchdown or hit a grand slam. I have to ask him after the game. But the left-footed kick is up. And good from Bryce Hinsdale.
That one was right up the middle, nice and high, just like you like to see him.
Well, it is now 39-6. We're rapidly running out of things to talk about other than great Wolfpack highlights.
Well, we're going to probably, I got to think, start to see some of the second string coming in here at this point, Doc, and we're going to get a chance to maybe talk about some kids that might not get a lot of playing time, although last week, they did get to play in a majority of the second half, and tonight it looks like hopefully they're going to get a chance to play again some more tonight. So talk about some different kids.
Well, that just helps continue the program when kids come out and see they have a chance to play rather than ride the pine or lose 48-6 every week. Makes a big difference.
Yep.
So Joel Cook and the team at Corry Pre-Owned Auto Sales supports this Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream broadcast, offering pre-owned cars and trucks in New York and Pennsylvania. Corry Pre-Owned Auto Sales is on Route 6 in Corry, or online at corrycars.com. Go Wolfpack from Corry Pre-Owned Auto.
So the other half of the kickoff team looks like Hayden Battaglia out there, Lucas Lissandro, Trent Burchanowski, number 20 Dylan Michael over there, and it looks like Cooper Brown is on the far side.
The left-footed kick of Bryce Hinsdale, a little bit shorter this time. Big play by number 10.
Cooper Brown from that far outside kickoff position, just collapsing the outside corner.
Yep, knifed in behind the blocking protection and had a wonderful solo tackle. It's going to be 1st and 10, Cat Little Valley from the 30-yard line. This Wolfpack broadcast on the Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is brought to you in part by Arlene's Dutch Kitchen Restaurant and Becky's Bakery, 104 East Main Street in Sherman. Arlene's offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and Becky's Bakery features Amish-style baked goods. 716-234-4002 or Arlene's Dutch Kitchen on Facebook. Go Wolfpack from Arlene's Dutch Kitchen. And I missed that play altogether.
Yeah, so Cat Little Valley was going to try and pass it to the left-hand side, and there was 3 CSP defenders back there, including Trayvon Copta, Tate Newman, and number 50, Donovan Schnars. And they were chasing the quarterback around enough that he just basically had to throw the ball away.
Well, the result of that is going to be 2nd and 10.
And as we discussed, there is that defensive line is pretty much now going to be the second string in there. We got Tate Newman in there. Trayvon's still in there. Donovan Schnars, who we just mentioned. And Justin Massing is still in.
High snack, quarterback keeper out of the short shotgun. Tackled for a loss on the play. You know, I miss the old days in so many ways, but there used to be dirty uniforms and clean uniforms, and that would help you immensely figure this out. But now I got to go to the rosters and try to figure out who's in there and who's not. But certainly no mud on this beautiful football complex.
No, and much to the happiness of mothers everywhere, the uniforms are much easier to clean these days than in prior years.
You know, and maybe the Cat Little Valley coach was listening to me, because they've gone from the quarterback ferrying the plays in to a player ferrying the plays in. So, you know, maybe they are listening to our broadcast down on the sideline, Wilbur.
Man, that would be exciting.
Oh, there's a tipped pass on multiple fronts, well defended by Trayvon. And number 22 is a fresh number.
Drake DiDomenico. Okay. He's been in a little bit on the first half as well, and he did a nice job breaking that pass up, although it did kind of slip through, and the Cat Little Valley receiver did get a finger on that. I thought he was going to make a heck of a catch, but kind of a hot potato type of a play, and the ball ended up on the ground.
Yeah, and I think Trayvon actually got a little finger on it, too, that disrupted the rotation of the ball. So it's going to be 4th and 11 as Cat Little Valley drops back to punt. And I believe we got to have Bryce Hinsdale. But we got a blocked punt. Trayvon blocks the punt. Pretty sure that was 69 that got his big paw on that punt.
Yes, it was. And Trayvon came out from his right defensive end position and just beat his guy to the punch. And that time, the previous punts, we've had some guys in the backfield and haven't been able to get a finger on it. This one, Trayvon was there plenty early and got his whole body on that one.
Boy, we had a great angle at that, too. I mean, coming in from his right defensive end slot, he had a great angle to the punter. And, coming in from an angle, it's a lot easier to block that punt than coming straight on. A lot less likely to rough the kicker coming in from the side. So, Trayvon has made a lot of good plays tonight, but that was a highlight reel play on his part.
Yeah. And I was going to say that, too. Had he have missed that ball, I don't think he was in a position where he was actually going to touch the punter.
Right.
That was
sure. Yes, I'm
he
sure.
was in perfect position.
Yep, absolutely. And Olson still in the game. Under center is going to be 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Inside handoff for a nice gain. On a running clock, we have 39-6 with 4:15 to go here in the third quarter. I did not catch the number of that carry. Wilbur, did you get that?
Yep, that's Trenton Phelps, actually.
Okay, another name. It's nice to have some different names when you're up 39-6. A nice 6-yard gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 4 from the 10-yard line. So CSP is knocking on the door for another score.
Trenton Phelps, a 5'10", 160-pound running back, going to get a lot of time here in the second half, I got to think. 39-6. 3:42 left.
Olson under center. Conservative approach here. Inside handoff again. Going to be close to the goal line, but just short. Going to be down to the 1 or inside the 1. Going to be enough for a first down. This is like an impossible defensive assignment for Cat Little Valley. Going to be 1st and goal from the 1 foot line.
Yeah, and that was Drake DiDomenico coming in, taking Austin White's spot. So we got 2 new running backs in the backfield. Trent and Austin, I got to assume, are probably done for tonight. And right now we're going with Drake DiDomenico and Trenton Phelps.
How about quarterback sneak? I don't think Olson has had a touchdown this year, has he?
No.
But he does hand it off to somebody else.
And that one is going to be Drake DiDomenico with his first touchdown of the season, I believe.
Well, DiDomenico is another one, spreading the wealth around, 45-6. seems like we've done an awful lot of scoring on the right half of this field.
I was just thinking the same thing, Doc.
Yep.
Have we scored at all on the first touchdown we had would have been down on the left, and that I think was it.
Yep. Left-footed kick of Bryce Hinsdale out of Olson's hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with the score, CSP 46, Cat Little Valley 6, 2:55 to go here in the third quarter. Total domination on the part of the Wolfpack.
And as both teams kind of huddle to the sideline and set up the kickoff and the kick return, I'm trying to find if I can get you an update on that Franklinville-Ellicottville game.
Okay, while you're looking, we will give Finn's Auto some kudos. The Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream coverage of the Wolfpack is brought to you in part by Pat Finnerty at Finn's Auto Sales on the Niobe Road in Panama. Finn's specializes in Subaru service and offers used cars as well. Home of their 1J Racing, we thank Finn's Auto Sales for their support.
So it looks like at the half, Randolph is 20, Franklinville-Ellicottville 20, Randolph 14 at the half. Lucas Marsh from Franklinville-Ellicottville with 3 touchdowns, and Xander Hind from Randolph with 18 carries for 143 yards. So they're having a heck of a battle going up there.
Yeah, I bet there's a ton of people there too.
Yes, I bet you.
Yeah. And Bryce Hinsdale's kick gets by the receiver. He's fumbling around with it inside his own 10-yard line.
There's a fumble.
And the ball is loose. And then the CSP thinks they have it. We'll wait for the official, but sure looks like they do, and they do.
And that's our new running back, Trenton Phelps, with the fumble recovery on the kickoff return.
Well, you know, the low line drives on a bouncing football are really tough to field. And, you know, that kid has got to be sick of returning kicks. It's got to be like the 7th or 8th one we've had tonight. And the ball took a funny hop, got by him. He was trapped inside his own 10-yard line. No way he had any blocking scheme that could protect him. And as he tried to make a move or two around the first and second defender, somebody got an arm in there. The ball was knocked loose, and CSP recovered, and it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. And
we do have a new quarterback. Tate Catneys has entered the game.
There we go. And I believe he's a freshman. And we got a fumbled snap. And it looks like maybe Cat Little Valley is going to have it back. I don't know.
Did they turn that over? Second down.
Second down. Yep. And I believe Tate is a freshman.
Yes.
And be our second-string quarterback. Had a nice game in the JV game on Tuesday, from what I was told. And it's nice to see him getting some varsity exposure here. And I think they keep track of him, how many plays they play, so that they still can play in the JV game on Monday.
I believe that is correct.
Good connection on the handoff this time from center to quarterback. Rushing play off the left tackle for little to no gain. And so it's going to be a little tougher sledding for CSP with some of the 2s and 3s in there.
And that was a handoff to Alex Carlson, another new running back that's entered the game. And Ty Harper doing a nice job of subbing some guys in. And so like we said, we're going to see some the 2s and 3s here in the second half, which is good.
Dale and Cindy Appleby at Appleby Motorsports are supporters of Wolfpack football and the Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream. Appleby Motorsports, located in North Clymer, offers racing accessories and chassis setup for race teams in the region. We thank the Applebys and Motorsports for their support. Catneys under center. 3rd and 12. He's got a keeper around the left end. He's got a little edge. He's going to make it to the far sideline and gain about 3 on the play. It's going to be 4th and 9.
Yeah, that was kind of just a naked bootleg around the left-hand side there. They sent everybody to the right side, and we're hoping that Tate could get that defensive tackle or defensive back to the corner, and did a nice job of getting the angle, and got Tate pushed out of bounds and kind of tackled all at the same time over there for little to no gain.
Yeah, do you think they'll let him put the ball in the air here, 4th and 10?
Man, I think this has probably got to be some kind of a running play, I got to think, but I don't know. I'm not calling the game. I'm just calling the game on the radio.
Yes, you are calling the game. We have, the end of the quarter caught me. The end of the third quarter, the CSP Wolfpack 46, Cat Little Valley T-Wolves 6. Funding for this Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream broadcast is provided in part by J. Edwards Insurance, with offices in Panama and Jamestown. J. Edwards Insurance is an independent insurance service providing auto, business, farm, and homeowners insurance. Online at jedwardsinsurance.com. We also want to thank Necker's Company in Clymer. This Wolfpack football broadcast is being underwritten in part by Necker's Company General Store. For over 100 years, Necker's Company has served Clymer with groceries, meats, deli, footwear, and gift items. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Necker's Company General Store for their support, as well as Crotty Chevrolet. Crotty Chevrolet in Buick is providing partial funding for the Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream. Crotty Chevrolet is located at the Y in Columbus and online at crottychevy.com. Sponsor of the Player of the Game, Crotty Chevrolet and Buick. So, starting the fourth quarter, 12 minutes until victory. The victory bell is rung. 46-6 Wolfpack. Tate Catney's the new CSP quarterback. Going to see what we have. We've had a minute and a half to figure out what we're going to call on 4th and 10 from the 18-yard line. Catney's under center. We have a little off-tackle play. It's going to be enough for a first down. And not only, just short of the touchdown. And we have a flag on the play. And it looks like we're going to have a hold there.
Yeah, that's the referee.
Yeah.
That's usually a dead, obvious holding call right up the middle.
That's what we got. And he has an emphatic mechanic. He was pretty sure that that big hole was caused by an infraction on the Wolfpack offensive line. So instead of being 1st and goal from the 1 foot again, it's going to be 4th and that's a spot foul. So it's always amazing to me that they know exactly where that hole took place. You know, they've got a lot of things going through their mind, down and distance, but they know where that spot foul is to be walked off from. So it's not a big yardage penalty. Matter of fact, it's only a yard or two, so it's going to be 4th and 12. But 4th and 12 versus 1st and goal from the 1 is a big difference. So see what Coach Harper comes up with. Catney's under center again, operating out of the power eye. We have an old-fashioned power sweep to the right, and it looks like he is going to go in for the touchdown. Holy cow. What a wonderful blocked play on the part of the Wolfpack. I did not get the number of that ball carrier.
That was Trenton Phelps again, and the same one that just had that one called back. They called his number again, and he improved it by a yard and got the touchdown that time, Doc. So just a little, power right, sweep around the end, and he had a couple nice blocks out in front of him and cut it back to the middle, and
it almost looked like the same play that they ran before.
Yeah, it was similar, if not the same, for sure.
And we scored in the other end zone, for crying out loud. So
there you go. Yep.
So Bryce Hinsdale out of Olson's hold. The kick is up, and the kick, what a wonderful kick that was. That was super.
Whatever problems he had in that first half have been remedied here.
Figured it out.
Yep.
He figured it out. I got to see this kid kick a field goal. And the problem is the offense never gets stopped. That is, that is the problem. So Allegheny Power Equipment, Route 426 east of Corry, is an underwriter of this Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream. Allegheny Power Equipment has worked with the small engine industry with parts and service for decades. 814-664-9291, channel 98.9. Thanks, Allegheny Power Equipment, for their support.
Another out-of-town score there, Doctor, or update anyway. Randolph just went ahead of Franklin-Elkoville 22-20. Xander Hine with a 26-yard touchdown, so he's approaching 200 yards of rushing offense tonight. So we're going to see both of those teams upcoming here in the next few weeks, and we'll see. We'll
Well, the Hind name is certainly familiar to the Randolph sports front. Coach Kevin Hind does basketball and has certainly been a fixture over there for many years, and has a number of sons, and they all are terrific athletes. And I believe Xander is only in 10th or 11th grade.
Yeah,
if I'm
he's
not
young.
mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah, and his brother was a terrific basketball player. I believe he's at Damon now on a full scholarship. So certainly a lot of talent on that Randolph football team. And Bryce Hinsdale's left-footed kick fielded cleanly this time. Again, nothing fancy on those returns. I think they're just happy not to fumble the ball.
Yeah, Trent Phelps kind of the first guy to him, and then actually Dylan Michael kind of lowered the boom and put the final stop on the run back there. So nice job again on the kickoff return team here, guys.
Fat Mons Grub in Corry is an underwriter of this Wolfpack football broadcast. Fat Mons menu includes pizzas, subs, salads, dinners, takeout, or eat in. 814-964-3158. The Corry Federal Union Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Fat Mons Grub for their support. And here is a super rush against the second defense of the Wolfpack. Looks like it's going to be enough for a score. That's a Cat Little Valley touchdown of 63 yards. So good for them. Well-deserved, well-blocked, and the kid made a great run.
Yes, he did. They kind of bounced that one to the outside, and the pursuit was certainly there. But once again, that speed that they have on those outside wide receivers and their backs, they're fast.
Yep.
We have even our 2s and 3s are really good athletes too, and he just ran away from everybody.
Well, good for them, not hanging their head. They're huddling down here on the near sideline trying to figure out, what they're going to do next and who's going to play. So give them a lot of credit for hanging in there, and they're going to go for 2 here on this extra point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's certainly been no give up on this team at all.
The poor chain crew has to run 60 yards. That's what they're waiting for, is to put the down marker in case there's a penalty.
Yeah.
Now you know that the ball is at the 3. I mean, that's where it is every time. We have a rollout pass, and the pass is going to be complete. Incomplete. I had to give it to him.
Man, that looked good from up here.
Good from here, absolutely.
They have a blue turf in the end zones here at the Timberwolf complex, and it makes it a little difficult from up where we're at to tell, but apparently that ball must have bounced off that blue turf.
Yeah, nobody complained about it, and the official did have a great angle at it. So, we'll have to say that it was incomplete, but still, 53-12 Wolfpack with 9:35 to go here in the fourth quarter. This Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is being supported in part by Woods Auto Parts, Napa, and Woods Power Sports in Sherman. Along with auto parts for most vehicles, Woods offers parts and service for off-road, ATV, and motorcycles. Channel 98.9 thanks Woods, Napa, and Power Sports for their support, as well as Lictus Oil and Propane, Lictus Auto Service, and Climber Hardware and Home Center. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks Lictus Oil and Propane, Lictus Auto Service, and Climber Hardware and Home Center for their support.
A big thank you to all of our sponsors of the radio broadcast here.
Just a bunch of them. Just a bunch of them.
It's great for the support. It really is. We really appreciate all of it. And Dr. Deuink is doing a great job of getting everybody plugged here as much as we possibly can.
Yeah, we're trying. A little onside kick there. This is like a rugby play.
Yeah. He got hit. He carried guys about 6 or 7 yards there.
Yeah.
That was number 10, Cooper Brown.
Yeah, a fan favorite. We got a big cheer out of that anyway. So don't travel in those circles like I used to when I had kids around, but obviously the Wolfpack fan is happy to have him involved in the play, and he made a great play there because I was not anticipating an onside kick, and the Wolfpack responded appropriately, recovered the ball, and the kid made a nice play.
Yep.
So 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line of the Timberwolves.
So some of the players that are in the game right now, looks like Donovan Schnars. We got Tate Newman in on offense. We got Dylan Dylan Michael out there. Tate Catnese is the quarterback, like we mentioned. Drake DiDomenico is one of the up backs. Offense is getting set, trying to make sure everybody's in their right spot. We got some guys playing in positions that maybe they're not quite accustomed to. Here we go.
1st and 10 Wolfpack. Catnese under center. Hands off to number 34 for a nice gain off the right tackle.
And that's 34 is Alex Barmore, Cam's brother.
He would be a freshman also?
He would be a freshman also. They got quite a crew of freshmen coming up through here. A lot, really bright future looking forward here for the next few years for the CSP Wolfpack.
53-12, 8:05 to go here on a running clock in the fourth quarter. Just short of the first down. It's going to be second and a short one with Tate Catnese under center. The blocking back wonders what the count was, so we asked Tate. Tate tells him the snap. Hand off to him. That's why he wanted to know. Of course he did, and enough for a Wolfpack first down. Support for CSP Wolfpack football play-by-play on Channel 98.9 Sports Stream is provided in part by the Corry Federal Credit Union. The Corry Federal Credit Union would like to wish the Wolfpack the best of luck this season. The Corry Federal Credit Union has been serving the community since 1958. They offer a wide range of financial and banking services for you and your business. The Corry Federal Credit Union is located at 728 Worth Street in Corry, 56 North Main Street in Union City, and 315 Main Street in Spartanburg, and online at www.corryfcu.org. CSP running off tackle for little to no gain, well defended by Cat Little Valley.
Yep, Alex Barmore again on that carry and tried to make a little room on the left-hand side that time.
Lean, lanky kid by build.
Yep.
The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks the Corry Federal Credit Union, a not-for-profit organization, for their support of CSP Wolfpack football play-by-play.
On your favorite play, we're running the quarterback in and out to get the plays there, Doc.
Yeah, but Tate's young.
Yeah.
And he's only going to play 10. He's only going to play 9 plays or 10 plays, whatever the limit is.
Yeah.
So he can do it. But when you're doing it 40 or 50 times, I don't know. Especially if you have a slow-footed quarterback like Garrett Hinsdale used to be. It just added an extra hour to the game. There's that naked bootleg again. Catnese around the far sideline. A big gain on the play. Knocked out of bounds on the far sideline for a good 28-yard run on the play. It's going to be 1st and 10. And, boy, he showed good speed that time.
Tate is fast.
Yep.
And Tate, like you said, he got around the end there, and he was just gone. Tate and Alex Barmore, Bryce Hinsdale, all freshmen. Like we said, we've got a lot of nice football players coming up through the system here in the next few years. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
And there again, we're much more effective running the ball to the right side. I mean, he tried to run that naked bootleg to the left side, and it's just not as natural or as easy for kids to run left as it is to run right. And Catnese under center, little draw play right up the middle for a nice gain on the play of 3 or 4 solid yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6 from approximately the 15-yard line. Funding for this Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream broadcast comes in part from Lictus Oil and Propane in Clymer. Family-owned Lictus Oil and Propane continues to supply liquids and fluids for agriculture, industry, and homeowners. Heating oil and propane services and off and on diesel fuel services are also offered. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Lictus Oil and Propane for their continued support of Wolfpack football. Looks like he's calling an audible.
And we're into our third quarterback here as Lucas Asandro takes the call over.
Oh, there we go. We have to. There's a movement on us. Number 4 got happy feet there.
Did he get drawn or did they draw him? I don't know how that works. If the defender moves and the offensive player moves after that, how do they call that? I think that's what the officials are talking about right now, because the defender actually came across the line first.
I bet they're going to call that on CSP.
Yep, they did.
And they did.
Yep.
That's when the basketball game is like 80-20. The team with 80, has every foul called on it.
Yeah.
It's just a game management thing, and makes it easier for all parties involved. So going to be a 5-yard penalty on the play, 2nd and 11. I don't know exactly how they walk that off, but it's going to be 2nd and 11, and Lashandro under quarterback. I don't know how much practice time or how many reps he might get at quarterback, but I'm sure he's having fun.
Yep. And like you talked about, that's that 10-play limit. That's what Tate got. I'm sure they were keeping real close track of that because they want him to be able to play on Monday in the JV game to, get a lot more experience. So he got his 10,
sure.
And, Lucas was the quarterback of the JV program a couple of years ago, so he certainly has experience. I don't know what kind of experience he's had this year in practice, but it's not like the first time he's ever taken a snap.
Yep.
So.
Well, we have 3:30 to go here on a running clock in the fourth quarter. CSP 53, Cat Little Valley 12. It's been all CSP all night long. Congrats to Coach Ty Harper and his long list of assistants. Do a terrific job week in and week out. Looking forward to Portville next week. Portville, I think, is going to be a challenge this year. From what I've been told by my connections over here, Portville is much improved and has a ton of kids back from last year's squad that was not great but halfway decent, and everybody's looking for Portville to be much improved.
Yeah, and that's going to be another nice complex, and hopefully we catch another nice night like this. And grass field over there, but, it would be nice to, get some additional support. We do have a fair amount of fans on the visitor sideline over there, but
these are long trips.
These are long trips.
Portville's even further.
Portville's that's pushing about an hour and 45 minutes.
Absolutely. So. Operating on under center again. Going to be enough at least for a first down and maybe in for a touchdown, but nope, just short.
The far side official did get his arms in the air, and now the near side official did. So meeting of the minds, and they're going to give him the touchdown. And I believe that was Trenton Phelps again.
Wow, so that's going to make the score 59-12, and I know that sounds like a lot against not much, but we have played our 2s and 3s for the majority of the second half here, so you can't tell the kids not to play.
Yeah,
so,
and actually that was Drake DiDomenico with that touchdown, Doc. Not Trenton, that was Drake.
Okay, well, we will correct the scoring column for that, and it looks like we're going to go for 2 here. Bryce Hinsdale said, Coach, my foot is killing me. I've kicked off so much, and I've kicked so many extra points. Why don't we try our 2-point extra point attempt, and Coach, listen to Bryce.
Gabe Roth probably is not wanting to make his way back into the game again.
I think we're going to take a knee
I think we are, too.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did. So, yeah, and I don't disagree with that. Howard McMullen, I go back to the early 70s when Howard was the head coach, and I had the opportunity and the honor to play for Howard in the first year he was head coach. So he was a big proponent of that, and through the Coal Creek years as well. Many times we were stomping teams, and JU was by far the most decorated football player that we've ever had at Clymer and probably ever will have, but many times we're taking knees at the end of the half so that we don't score, certainly taking knees at the end of the game, and I do think it's good sportsmanship, and no sense piling the score on. I didn't always feel that way about some of the schools we played against, and told them so as well. And if you guys keep egging me on, I'm going to reveal my sources and who I was telling, but no place in high school football to rub it in. There are just kids, and the kids on both sides of the ball are trying hard and doing their best, and this is a spot for sportsmanship rather than in your face and taunting and running the score up.
Which we have seen none of at all tonight.
Right.
It's been a really clean game. There's been no personal fouls. There's been no pointing. There's been no talking. It's just been a really clean played ball game, and just CSP has better team this year. Yeah,
better players. That's all there is to it. And Bryce Hinsdale did decide to kick off, and they fumble the kickoff. He picks up his fumble, and of course there's going to be no chance to organize a return, so it's going to be 1st and 10 Cat Little Valley with 1:13 to go on a running clock here in the fourth quarter. The CSP Wolfpack 59 and Cat Little Valley 12. Underwriting for this Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream coverage of CSP football is provided by Triple E Manufacturing. Triple E Manufacturing offers equine products, promotional items, embroidery, and printing services. Triple E Manufacturing of Sherman, online at tripleemfg.com. And there's going to be a merciful end to this game in the next play or two. Both teams have their 2s and 3s in the game, and short gain on first down is going to be second. If the downs keeper chooses, no, we got a flag on. No flag. Regardless of what the down marker says, it is second down. Has got to be. Quarterback under center, sweep far sideline, drops the ball, tackle for a massive loss. Not massive, exaggeration, big loss.
Big loss.
Play. Yep.
8 or 9 yards.
Significant negative yardage on the play.
Dylan Michael on the outside linebacker position coming up to make the stop there.
And that is the end of the game with the CSP Wolfpack 59 and the Cat Little Valley Timberwolves 12. Total domination on the part of the Wolfpack, and many players scored touchdowns, and was just a terrific effort on the part of the Wolfpack from stem to stern.
And the Karate Chevrolet player of the game tonight, Trent Berchanowski, I guess, would probably get my vote tonight. Kind of the come-out game for him. 3 touchdowns, I believe, and spark on offense for sure when we had Gabe Roth hobbled. And
yeah, and I would echo those sentiments, and I would give honorable mention to number 32, Lucas Lashandro. In the first half in particular, when the game was still in the balance, I thought he played terrifically defensively from his linebacker post. Trayvon Copta, honorable mention as well with his block punt and a quarterback sack or 2 as well. So, yeah, I think there were a lot of terrific Wolfpackian, a Wolfpack player. A lot of kids played well, and Cat Little Valley deserves credit too. They hung in there, and their program has been down, and they're trying to build it back. And at least they had the numbers to field a squad. And even if they do have 2 or 3 injuries, which every team is going to experience injuries over a high school football season, it does not look at this point in time like they're going to have to forfeit games at the end of the year like they did last year. So, baby steps to get it back. But kudos to Cat Little Valley, and they do have a wonderful sports complex here.
Yes. And we'll look forward to seeing everybody next Friday night, 7 o'clock at Portville, 98.9, Corry Area Federal Credit Union football. And we're going to close it out. So from the Timberwolf Stadium in Cat Little Valley, 59-12, your CSP winners. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, have a good weekend. We want to thank Kyle Hinsell for his work on the camera tonight, as well as Brian Willink for doing a super job on the analysis. And Friday night, we'll be back with the game looking for win number 3 from the CSP Wolfpack.
Thanks for listening to this broadcast of CSP Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 9.